Today we have the brand new released Osights. Now, we covered their original model in the past. This was their RMR footprint, just the Osight. But now we have the Osight X, but then what I'm really excited about is the Osight S. It's an enclosed emitter, and so it's going to be great for the defensive handguns, especially because it also has the smaller compact footprint of the RMSC. We have it mounted today on the LFA Apollo 11 compact. This is a sub $1,000 2011, and you can find the full video review on my channel, as well as we have the LFA Falcon X hosting the Osight X. There's also a full video review on that. But our sponsor for today's video is our friends over at Renewal Rain. This Psalm Squeeze drink is known as the mineral water from the heavens. It's become my family's favorite drink. Like, no lie, for Christmas we bought several cases to give away to relatives. We actually drank half of it before they even left the Christmas get-together. And here's what's neat about Renewal Rain. Their wish is that while you enjoy a can of Psalm Squeeze, that you take the opportunity to slow down from this busy life, dig into God's Word, spend some special quiet time with Jesus, and renew your soul. Renewal Rain is more than just hydration. It's an invitation to renew your spirit and make a positive impact in the world. You can save 25% with code TSD25 over at renewalrain.com/TSD25. And you have my personal guarantee. If you do not like Renewal Rain, you can send them to me and I'll drink them for free. I think that works, but shipping's on you. All right, on with the video. So I want to start with the Osight S because I like it the most. It's the industry's first optic with a magnetic charging cover, and that's true because I don't know of anyone else that's even making rechargeable reflex red dots in the first place, or why you'd want to. But hey, when you don't have to buy batteries, that's cool. Now the Osight S has its enclosed optic with a spherical lenses, so you're not going to have any lens distortion. We have a nice pretty dot, and speaking of dots, it's an upgrade as well from the earlier edition because we have a 2 MOA dot. We have a 32 MOA circle, and so we can have an empty circle, a dot, or the dot and the circle, just like if you're familiar with a Holosun or an EOTech. Now you have a flexible light sensor, so it'll adjust to ambient light, but if you're in a situation where like this isn't right, you have manual adjustments on the side as well. And between those two adjustments, it also gives you a light with a battery indicator. So speaking of battery indicator, you have one on the charging cover itself. When it's not on the gun or optic, it will just tell you how much battery is in it. When you put it on the optic, it'll tell you what your charge is of your optic itself. And the cover should charge your optic 3 times before you need to plug in your cover to a USB-C again. It comes with several peripherals, but my favorite thing about Osights, they've really nailed the screw mounting thing out of the park. Lots of times with Holosun, even Trijicon, depending on the gun you're putting it on, I've had to order an extra set of screws and keep those on hand, but Osight comes with several screws and you should be able to mount to any pistol without any problem. It also has a motion sensing feature that will extend your battery life, but with the S having 21,000 hours of battery life and the X at 57,000 hours, you won't have to charge too often. But I know you come to this channel to see some shooting, so let's shut up and shoot. So I pulled it out of my holster and I still had the charging cover on, so I'm like, let's see how well it stays on. Something hit me in the face. That was the charging cover. All right, we'll try that again with the X in a minute. But let's go ahead and shoot. All right, the only misses were me. Let's see though. Let's go to, got 50-yard target right there. All right, now 75 yards. That's when that open circle is so nice because you can see your target right in it and you're not covering it with a dot. Okay, 100 yards. Let's try that one. Okay, we got warmed up on it. Okay, 165. Let's see. There's a buffalo target. Nice, just had a little bit more elevation on it, but pretty stinking good. I've probably put 200-300 rounds through it so far and no shift and zero, so let's play with the X. So this is the Osight X, and we're going to talk about it and compare it to what the Gen 1 was, because that was my main question, because we kind of torture tested the Gen 1 when it released, and we put over 1,000 rounds through. It worked well, no issues. One of the main features you'll get on the X, though, is your reticle difference. The other one just had a 3 MOA dot. Now you have a 3 MOA dot, a 32 MOA circle, dot in circle. You have all those options you can change. The material housing itself is different. The original Osight was just 70-75 aluminum. This is what they call OAL. They say it's like 1.7 times tougher than aluminum and scratch resistance. They changed the charging cover, which was funny because I actually changed my charging cover last time because they found out, hey, these guys run a suppressor Osights, it wouldn't work, and so they kind of flushed it up. I just took a knife and chiseled out the plastic last time, so I didn't have an issue with that. The battery life's a little different too. On the original Osight, you got 70,000 hours. Now you get 57,000 hours per full charge. But enough of that. Let's shut up and shoot, and then we'll talk a little bit more about it. We're gonna do the magnet charging port test again, though. So see, that's not a flaw, it's a feature. If you pick it up off your nightstand and forget to take it off, it'll come off for you. All right, let's shoot a little bit. Missed that one there. I'm gonna get him. All right, now this LFA Falcon X is kind of like a Glock, just better. Better trigger, better ergonomics. I'm not as accurate with it as the Apollo 11 though. And I tell you what, when I was shooting them side by side, I like that Apollo 11 too for the recoil control. We're just gonna finish up some mags. All right. Okay, so here's the deal I have with the Osight X. We get a kind of a fisheye effect where if I'm looking at something straight and I kind of move it around, you kind of get a warped window in there. You do not get that with the S. The S has a real straight, clear image and no fisheye effect at all. So I think you kind of have a concave, convex, curved, we'll just go with that, lens that is so big, which is nice for competition and to have a wide field of view, but there's a downside to that. So being able to take them to the range, I gotta say, I really like the Osight S. I think they nailed it. And I think, well, I know I would prefer it like over a Shield. HoloSun, well, if it's enclosed EPS, yeah, it's kind of a toss-up there. But the price point on the new Osights is really impressive because you're talking $249 retail for the Osight S, and they're going to have a 20% off sale at the time of this launch. And then you're looking on the Osight X, $229 retail, and so with that 20%, you're only at $183. Compare that to a HoloSun, say the HoloSun 507 with the RMR footprint, you're looking anywhere from $340 to $499, and on the EPS HoloSuns, you're in the $400 to $500 range. So this is like half of that. So I think they nailed it there. But the cons are going to be, I guess, just that magnetic charging port. Because if you lose it, you're screwed. So I would not take it overseas to fight some crooked politician's war because if I lost that recharging cover, I'm screwed. Otherwise, you buy a 10-pack of batteries and you're good for 20 years. And then, of course, I also mentioned how nice the screw set is they sent. I think you will not be sad with the Osight S. So you can go check them out. We're going to throw some Amazon links down below on YouTube. Thanks for watching today, guys. Okay, I love you. Bye-bye.